Devil's Club, Medicine, and Toxicology. Devil's Club by Gary Ordog, MD. Oplopanus horridus is the generic name, genus, and species, otherwise known as Devil's Club. And this is a forest plant found in the northwest of North America. This plant is called Devil's Club because it's covered in spines everywhere that are extremely hazardous. If touched, will penetrate your skin, break off, and require surgical removal. The bright red berries usually indicate a poisonous plant, but in this case not necessarily so much. Although not considered toxic, the plant gets its name from the nasty spines all over it. Again, the spines often have to be surgically removed. They do cause a terrible rash and abrasions. Physical trauma from the spines is the main problem, and not usually toxins or allergens. They do not usually cause an allergic reaction or a toxic reaction, as in the urushiol. In other words, poison oak, poison ivy, and poison sumac, those type of vegetations. This plant has been used for eons for medical and ceremonial purposes by the indigenous people. The flowers in June are without spines, and so those can be touched. The other part without spines are the seeds, berries, and the roots. Many chemicals and in fact numerous medications have been isolated from the Devil's Club. There are 4 sesquiterpenes of medicinal and anti-cancer value that are being studied, and these have been found to be very useful and valuable, but are still being studied. Studies have shown that the chemicals from Devil's Club can be antibacterial, antiviral, and even antifungal. Devil's Club, this picture shows the green pattern, the texture of the leaf veins on the plant. Very pretty, very interesting. In fact, one of the extracts of Devil's Club kills isoniazid-resistant tuberculosis. So the main treatment for tuberculosis, if it doesn't work, this medicine can work. These spines are the reason to stay clear of Devil's Club plant. As you can see, they're long, they're strong, and they break off when embedded in the skin. A severe toxicity from ingestion of small amounts of this plant has not been reported, but vomiting and diarrhea are recorded with larger quantities, especially when raw. This shows a young shoot in the spring just coming out of dormancy. By this time, it is already too injurious to eat raw. This plant is deciduous. So this is its winter look. It is basically just a spiny stick in the winter, cannot be touched. This is where the name the Devil's Walking Stick comes from. You can use it for a walking stick if you like, but the devil may get a hold of you. Here is a winter's grove of Devil's Club. It's just a bunch of devil's walking sticks protruding from the ground, stuck into the ground with a root. Actually, it's very large rhizome root. Here are some harvesting buds in the spring. Just when it starts to form buds, they may be soft and edible when cooked. Here's a winter grove of Devil's Club, very soon ready to harvest. The buds, which would be at the end of each walking stick. So I can see about 20 of them there ready to harvest. The new growth can be soft and tender before the spines actually harden. And in this picture you can see the spines that are just soft and tender at this time. The new buds picked like this only occur during about a 1 week period of the year, but they may be cooked and some people eat them. Yes, some people enjoy eating them, such as whoever picked this nice basket of Devil's Club shoots. And to show you how big the plants can get, that's not even as tall. They can possibly get over 15 feet in height. That is 3 meters or 5 meters, in height. Some people saute them with onions, as in this case. These are Devil's Club buds or shoots that have been sauteed with onions, and apparently they taste very good. The buds are best at this stage. You can see the end of the walking stick, the Devil's walking stick, with a large bud attached. 1 week in the year you can pick those buds and eat them, if so desired. Cancer treatments have been found. Here's some chemicals that have been isolated from the Devil's Club and have been found to work in cancer. Studies are underway, especially pancreatic cancer. It has shown to be useful to help treat the cancer as a chemotherapy. Here's studies showing graphic representations of the improvement in breast cancer, and these studies are promising and more studies are being done. So the pancreatic cancer showed good results on various stages of study, but unfortunately the side effects were too severe, and it has not yet been marketed as a effective chemotherapeutic agent. There are still many other chemicals that require study, all derived from Devil's Club. Many dozens have been discovered and are still being studied. Here's a sideways view of Devil's Club showing the thorns that cause the problem and why you cannot get near the plant. Further research is required, and it's very hopeful that at least some of the chemicals that have been isolated from Devil's Club may be useful in medical treatment. Here's a nice grove of Devil's Club. This is actually located in a park near me, the Golden Ears Park, and there's lots of stands of Devil's Club like that. Here's another small stand, young ones. They don't have the actual Devil's Club formation yet. This one does have a small Devil's Club, but many natural remedies are made from Devil's Club. But obviously these have not been studied in a medically scientific manner, so are not medically recommended and scientifically at the present time. Many people use soaps and salves made out of extract of Devil's Club. Here's one example. Devil's Club salve. This can be put on burns on skins to heal the skin, lesions, rashes, etc. Here's some of the other products that are natural products of Devil's Club extracts and parts of the plant that are used both herbally and indigenously. So Devil's Club can be and can cause painful skin injuries, especially to the eye. People have lost their eye due to this. It generally should not be probably eaten raw. There's only a certain stage 1 week out of the year that it is possible to get the buds to eat. The root is edible, it has no spines, but again must be cooked. There are many natural products that are also available, but again not scientifically and medically recommended at the present time, as they have not been proven by controlled double-blind studies. Okay, again, for the lawyers, this is an educational purposes only video and should not be construed as medical treatment. Everyone should be treated as qualified professionals and get medical treatment. Presented as a continuation by Gary Joseph Ordog, MD. If you like this, please press subscribe and get more in this series. There is only soundtrack at the present time is my voice. So thank you very much. End of narration. Have a good day, have a good life, and stay safe.